the third law of power. Conceal your intentions. And what this means to me is, it's like that meme, never let them know your next move. But in all seriousness, it's something to keep in mind because think about your most offensive opinion. Think about the things that you have in your mind that if you say to the wrong person will literally, like, it's like that scene in The Matrix where, like, you know, they see Neo and then Agent Smith pops up from the random person. Like, that's how I view, like, there's certain topics you can't talk about in public. There's certain things you can't bring up. And granted, there's certain topics that if you talk about in front of me, it pisses me off. And you need to keep your opinions, keep your intentions. You need to keep them hidden because if you're an open book, if you let people know your most offensive opinion, no matter what social setting you're in, like, this is going to just backfire. And it's something that we see more and more as society gets more and more politically correct. Like, I was literally in the library the other day, and these two people, they were arguing about the TikTok ban. And granted, I have my own opinions. I don't really share my opinions in public because, one, like, everyone has different news sources, and depending what news source that you follow, you're going to have a different truth. And that little different truth, I just don't care. I don't care what's going on in the world. I only care about my own personal beliefs. I only care about how I wake up every day and how I choose to strive for excellence. Like, I'm not wrapped up in politics. I'm not wrapped up in current events. And people seem to not understand that when you intertwine your life with politics, then you're blaming somebody else for how your life is, and you're not taking personal responsibility. But that's a whole nother video. That's something I might touch on my main channel, but you got to keep your intentions hidden. You can't let people know your opinions. You can't let people know what you think about absolutely everything because, let's face it, there are consequences for speaking your mind nowadays. There are consequences. Like, if I say certain words on this video right now, my video could get just axed. My channel could get deleted. I'm not saying that I'm going to, but it really just goes to show that there's a fine line when you should reveal everything about yourself. And you need to carefully cater what you show other people because, let's face it, like, your reputation is everything. If you're known as a crazy guy that gets angry no matter what, that's how people are going to approach you. But if you are a measured, calculated individual, you will always get the benefit of the doubt. And this is why it's so important to conceal your intentions. Like, for me personally, I really choose to do this every day because I don't tell people I have a YouTube channel. I don't tell people that I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I don't tell people all of the dreams I have in mind. I don't even talk about some of my dreams on the channel because I don't want people to, you know, criticize me yet. I don't want people to be open to, you know, talk shit about me before I really have everything figured out. I'd rather iron it in before I bring it up. I'd rather, you know, solidify something. I'd rather get it going before I start talking about it in public. And it's really a fine line of, should I reveal everything or should I keep it quiet? And you have to find that line. You have to find that balance. But it's a really effective thing if you constantly see yourself getting in arguments to just bite your tongue. Let that person talk their talk. Let them win the argument. Let them win the conversation, and just keep that in the back of your mind. And when you start doing this more and more, it's really gonna open yourself up to different spheres because, like, one of the biggest issues I've had in my life is, like, I used to be so outspoken about my opinions. I used to be so, this is the way, no other thing. No, like, I used to just cut people off. I used to just argue, but now it's benefited me much more to take a step back, to conceal my true opinions, to conceal my true thoughts, to conceal what I really want to do with my life so I can exist in all these different spheres, so I can exist in all these different social circumstances. And it's really a lot less of a headache. And this is something that you should really keep in mind if you're like me and you just like to talk shit, you just like to be a ball buster, you just like to, you know, cause a ruckus. Like, it's a fine line of when you choose to do this and when you choose to be yourself. And you almost have to put on a mask when you're in public. You almost have to put on a facade because we live in a day and age where we're not really allowed to be our true selves. We're not really allowed to show that true side. And this is something that's true no matter who you are. Like, I'm telling you, if you think Donald Trump's offensive on camera, you should see how he is off camera. If you think Barack Obama is the most well-spoken, articulate person on camera, I guarantee you he probably curses behind the scenes. And it's like we all have a certain facade. We all have a certain thing we portray to others, and you need to ensure that you kind of cater what people see. You don't want people to see every bad quality about you. You want people to see only the good things. So this is why we need to start hiding our intentions. And it's something that it almost seems manipulative, but I really do this from a sense because I know I can dominate any conversation I go to. I know I can argue my way out of everything. I know I can start bringing up facts. I can start bringing up statistics. I could start poking holes in arguments. I could start like I could literally dominate any conversation, any argument I get in. I mean, I can also yell louder than everyone else, so that helps a lot too. But it's really benefited me to take a step back and to just not take the combative approach to, you know, start to agree, to start to listen to their opinions, and I get a better understanding for what people are really about. So this is something that I've been doing more and more, and it's been helping me. So with that said, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you're going to stick around for the rest of this series because this is so fun to do. Like, literally, I haven't been this excited to make videos in a long time, and it's just like, it's not that I'm running out of ideas, but it's like at a certain point, your creativity kind of gets sparked out, and it's not that I need to take a break, but it's just I need change, and this is really good for me. So with that said, if you want to stick around, see more of the laws of power that I go over, I'd much appreciate it, and thanks so much for making it this far.